this is a lesson. I've deliberately done that to teach a very valuable lesson. Now this guy, he's a hip hop rapper, and so I don't know if anyone, you know, the page. I don't know. Are you into hip hop rap, sir? Is that your thing? He's called Example. Have you got any of his albums? Hip hop rap? No, it's not your thing. He's worked with the streets, and he's terrific. You go and check him out on MySpace, and he's all over. He did that Lily Allen parody called Vile, which you may have heard, but he's done loads of other stuff beyond that. But it's a very early, one of his early gigs, this, so he's trying out very early on in this kind of massive venue, so please be really nice to him. He's a terrific young man, and I think he's going to be really, really funny, so please give a massive round of applause and be very welcoming and warm to Elliot Gleave.
He's right, Richard is actually my mentor at the moment. One of the things he said to me was, important things to make a big entrance, so I'm just going to put something to practice here, which I've just worked out tonight. Nice people, keep that coming. I'm going to do that every time something goes wrong. I'm actually a local now. We've got any local people in? Yeah. Not that many. Local jokes won't work then. I haven't been back to this part of Hammersmith for a while now. Last time I was here on the High Street, out there on King Street, I got viciously mugged. Aww. Yeah, it was a really traumatic moment in my life. What was most strange about it though, is that the guy who mugged me, it wasn't who I expected to be mugged by. Not that I'm trying to, you know, says a typical appearance of a mugger, but this guy, he was short, white middle class dude with ginger hair, hiking boots, and a t-shirt that said men cap. I'm actually still paying this guy now. Every month. He takes £4 out of my account. There's no way I can stop paying. I've got to close my fucking account, and then I lose my gym membership. But they're vicious bastards, aren't they? You know what I mean? They come to you with a smile, so you think, oh, I might just talk to this. Smile at me. He's a nice guy. He's friendly. But no, they just want all your fucking money. And the best thing about them is they don't seem to just sort of step there. They're sort of bouncing, don't they? Sort of doormen. And they never jump with one leg. It's always two legs in front. Hi sir, how are you today? Stop and talk to me for a moment. They do all this shit with their hands. Stop and talk, they think they're fucking Jedis. There's a lot of drives we're looking for. You're not a Jedi, mate. Obi-Wan Kenobi's got a lightsaber, you've just got a fucking biro. At the moment, up in Putney actually, I go to Putney occasionally when I want some posh food. And there's some people, I've got Waitrose there. Up in Putney, there's actually a turf war going on at the moment between Help the Aged and the Spastic Society. I thought you'd boo the spastic word there. I had another joke prepared for that, but I can't use that now. Whoa! It's a great adjective for describing mentally retarded. Yeah, anyway. You can see it, Richard told me to say that bit. He's my fucking mentor, he's going to say that bit. But you know, they're evil bastards, aren't they? And there is one thing after, and that is your money. And I'm going to give you a couple of tips here on how to avoid them. This is not just a comedy show, this is also a self-help class. You didn't know what you were paying for, it didn't say that on the flyer, but you will go away with knowledge. The first way to avoid a charity mugger, or chugger, as they shall now be called, is, see what I did there, you can tell I'm a rapper, get my other job. The first way to avoid them is that when they jump out in front of you, how are you today? Talk to me from an... This is what they say. You say, sorry mate, I'm late for a meeting. Move along, jump in front of you, late for a meeting. Doesn't matter what time of day it is, or what you're wearing, or what day of the week it is, just say to them, I'm late for a meeting. Even if it's a Sunday afternoon, and you're wearing a fleece and shorts and flip-flops, they jump in front of you, stop sir, talk to me. Sorry mate, late for a meeting. Rest assured they will not bother you. But chances are, if you are wearing shorts and flip-flops and a fleece, you're probably Australian, and therefore they'll assume you're broke as fuck. I'm probably pissed and leave you alone. So any Australians, they're not here tonight, they're all done fucking walkabout and shit. Sunday night. But Australians, they seem to be the only people in the world who can simultaneously dress for summer and winter at the same time. Where are you off to, mate? I'm just going to fucking self-plant for a bit of surfing, huh? Brilliant. But if you ever do stop and talk to these charity muggers, you'll notice that they use words and numbers and statistics that don't make fuck all sense, but somehow makes you want to hand over your money. For instance, I stopped this guy who's mugged me. He goes, so sir, what have you been up to today? Do you know that there are starving kids in the world? Well, actually, I've been playing my Xbox all day, eating biscuits. I had no idea. Well, no, so if you give just £4 a month, a man can grow enough apples to feed his family for a year. What's your first impression of that statistic there? Well, they must have some very creative chefs. He then went on to say, but if you give £8 a month, a man can buy an Apple Mac and carry out all the credit card fraud he fucking likes. I was sold at that moment, as you can imagine. But I think we'd be more inclined to hand over our money if we had the actual sufferers out there collecting. Do you know what I mean? You know, you're more inclined, if you see the beneficiary of that particular society or charity, you're going to hand over your money. For instance, if a fucking leper runs up to you with a clipboard, take some fuck off, and that is the global impression for a leper. I'm doing this all day. Not enough leper jokes around nowadays. Not a very fashionable disease at the moment. Not one of the big five. But that's what I think we need to do. We need the actual sufferers out there collecting. Because if you see someone, you can hand money straight to them. It cuts out the middleman, doesn't it? There's no admin charges. There's no money, no skewing off the top. No money paying for Bono to get a flight over for Live 8 and shit like that. So that's what we need to do. Of course, this method is not so effective as some of the new edgier charities like paedophile relocation. That is a real charity. I haven't just made that up for the purpose of comedy. I thought that was funny anyway. On a serious note, it is important to give to charity. I give to charity, which is why I can do this sort of shit. That's why I can say spastic, because I do give to charity. And I hope the people laughing are the people who give money to spastics. Otherwise you're all evil. But I do give £4 a month to this kid over in some third world country, and I'm helping to pay for his education. As far as I'm concerned, I'm giving him a second chance at life. I'm giving him a fighting chance of doing something. But he sends me these letters every month, and I'm not sure if he's turning up for school. I'm not sure if he's meeting me halfway. He sends me these letters, and they're riddled with spelling mistakes, the grammatical errors. I read you out, this is one I've got the other way. It says, Dear Mister, that's me. He doesn't need to know my fucking name, I'm just sending money. Dear Mister, life is fun. Fair enough. School was good today. I write English good. And then he goes on to say, that this morning, Mother made me breakfast. Apple pie. For lunch we have apple turnover. And then he goes on to describe various other apple-based dishes. I can't name them all, but at least I'm giving my shit, I'm doing my bit. But I've got to get off stage now, and I was just leaving with a thought. You can imagine what it's like for me. I haven't done many gigs, and to be supporting the likes of Richard Herring and Jupitus and Harry Hill was just like a massive thing for me, especially when I'm a fucking nobody. And it was interesting that Jupitus was telling his story about meeting Paul McCartney. And actually, one of my friends tonight in the audience is an accountant, and he handled the divorce case and all the numbers. I can't talk about any of the official figures, but he sorted this out. And he actually met Paul McCartney in the toilet one day and had a piss next to him. So I'm sorry, Phil Jupitus, We all enjoyed your Paul McCartney story, but my mate has seen his cock. And I'll leave it at that for, and I'm off now. It's been great talking to you, and I hope you enjoy Harry Hill. My name's Eric.
Buy his CD, it's very good, and that's his second ever comedy gig, which I think is. I think you're right. Very good. Though I didn't tell him to do that. I told him not to do the stuff.